We have some huge Kieran McKenna to Celtic news to go over in today's video after they have been told to appoint him. Not only this, we will also go over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours.
But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.
Celtic have been warned about the threat posed by FC Midtjylland's lethal front line ahead of their Europa League clash in Denmark. Speaking to Celtic News, Danish analyst Thomas Skov Jacobsen described the Danish champions as one of the most direct and dangerous teams in Europe right now, highlighting their physicality and set-piece power. He singled out Francolino, who has scored 13 goals in as many league games, calling him clever, ruthless, and always in the right spot. Jacobsen also praised Aral Shimsher for his creativity and Dario Osorio for his pace and technical ability. Under coach Mike Tulberg, Midtjylland topped their Europa League group after a dramatic 3-2 win at Nottingham Forest, where former Celtic boss Ange Postecoglou was in the opposite dugout. Jacobsen added, "We're tall, strong, and dangerous from corners and throw-ins. If Francolino gets anywhere near the ball in the box, it usually ends up in the net." For Celtic, Martin O'Neill and Sean Maloney are expected to rely on players like Callum McGregor and Arne Engels to control transitions and resist Midtjylland's pressing game. With O'Neill's side showing renewed discipline and fight in recent weeks, the trip to Herning will be their biggest European test yet, against a team built to exploit every defensive weakness. Now for the main story, as Celtic are weighing up their managerial options following Brendan Rodgers' dramatic exit after the 3-1 defeat to Hearts. Martin O'Neill has stepped in on an interim basis, guiding the team to 2 straight victories. Among the leading contenders to take the job permanently is Ipswich Town boss Kieran McKenna, though Celtic would need to pay £5 million to activate his release clause. Financial expert Stefan Borson told Football Insider that McKenna would be a very good appointment, praising his track record with Ipswich after spells at Tottenham and Manchester United. However, Borson warned that Celtic must remain cautious. They've got to look at it and say, well, what's going to happen this season? A good European revenue stream is critical. The club's cost base assumes it. He added that while the £5 million clause isn't prohibitive, Celtic may instead weigh alternative, cheaper options depending on who's available. Borson concluded, if someone else is available for free and only slightly inferior, that might sway them. But McKenna looks like a very strong candidate, and the fee alone won't decide it. Celtic are currently second in the Premiership, 9 points behind Hearts with a game in hand, and next face FC Midtjylland in the Europa League on the 6th of November. In other news, Celtic's next Europa League opponents, FC Midtjylland, have undergone a remarkable transformation, and, ironically, Hibernian played a part in it. After knocking Hibs out of Europe in July, thanks to a dramatic late overhead kick from Junior Brumado at Easter Road, the Danish side have surged to the top of their Europa League group with 3 wins from 3. Under new boss Mike Tulberg, appointed in September, Midtjylland have become more structured, shifting from 2 centre-backs to a back 3 and adding defensive stability without sacrificing their attacking threat. Danish analyst Thomas Skov Jacobsen told Celtic News that the coaching change brought discipline and control to a previously chaotic but dangerous team. He explained, "We've gone from being open and wild to organised and efficient. We score fewer goals now, but we're much harder to break down. Since their tie with Hibernian, Midtjylland have turned into one of Scandinavia's most consistent sides, balancing aggression with composure." For Celtic and Martin O'Neill's rejuvenated squad, Thursday night's clash in Herning will be a test of patience and precision against a side full of confidence and belief. In other news, Celtic head into their Europa League clash with Midtjylland, knowing that control of the press could define the night. Martin O'Neill's side have rediscovered their intensity in recent games, but this test in Denmark will demand precision and aggression off the ball. The Danish side are physical, confident, and dangerous from set pieces, yet there are clear signs they can be unsettled when pressed high. Midtjylland's goalkeeper Elias Raffen Olafsson is dominant in the air, but far less comfortable with the ball at his feet. Pressing him aggressively could force hurried clearances and errors. For Celtic, Dyson Maeder's relentless energy will be vital in setting the tone. His pressing and ability to cut off passing lanes can force mistakes and spark counter-attacks, something Celtic exploited domestically to great success. Danish analyst Thomas Skov Jacobsen told Celtic News, "Our keeper is not very good with his feet. If you frustrate us and stay compact, you can hit us on the counter. We're strong when pressing, but if teams go long and fast, it stops us from finding rhythm." That blueprint offers Celtic a clear plan: press high, deny space, and strike quickly in transition. With Maida, Johnny Kenny, and James Forrest leading the line, and Callum McGregor plus Arne Engels ready to clean up second balls, Celtic's best chance lies in coordinated pressure. It's not just about intensity, it's about intelligence. Force mistakes, punish them, and Celtic could turn Denmark's most disciplined side inside out. Lastly, football can be full of strange twists, but Martin O'Neill's latest one might just take the prize. The Celtic boss was on punditry duty for TNT Sports earlier this season, on the very night their Europa League opponents, FC Midtjylland, produced a shock 3-2 win at the City ground. O'Neill, covering the match between his former club Nottingham Forest and the Danish side, watched from the gantry as goals from Osmane Diao, Mads Bech Sørensen, and Valdemar Andreasen sealed the result. Now, just a month later, he'll face that same Midtjylland team, this time from the dugout. Having taken charge of Celtic following Brendan Rodgers' resignation, O'Neill has already guided his team to 2 wins, including a 3-1 extra-time victory over Rangers at Hampton. That first-hand look at Midtjylland could now prove crucial as Celtic prepare for a key away tie. The Danes are unbeaten in the Europa League so far and lethal from set pieces, something O'Neill is known to study meticulously. It's a strange twist of fate. One week, he was analysing them on TV. The next, he's plotting their downfall in Europe. O'Neill's experience and attention to detail have already revitalised Celtic, and his inside knowledge might just be the edge they need in Denmark. Celtic's win against Rangers was as sweet as any derby triumph, but watching the Ibrox side unravel publicly afterward made it even sweeter. Under Martin O'Neill, the Celts earned a 3-1 victory thanks to goals from Johnny Kenny, Callum McGregor, and Callum Osmond. Despite some late drama, they fully deserved the win. However, the Ibrox hierarchy have since fixated on refereeing decisions, particularly a yellow card for Austin Trusty they felt should have been red, and launched a public attack on officiating standards. On TalkSport, Simon Jordan dismissed their outburst. "If Rangers were winning games and flying at the top of the league, we wouldn't hear these noises. This is deflection. They should be dealing with their own issues." Jordan argued that constant complaining about referees was old firm nonsense, born from frustration rather than fairness. With Hearts still leading the Scottish Premiership, O'Neill and Sean Maloney's Celts remain strong contenders, while Danny Roll's Rangers side continue to falter.
What do you think of what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.